Let us begin with critical analysis of prescribed African poetry. This is a very important topic in literature in English. It appears in your exams every single year. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to critically analyze African poetry, including speaker, situation, structure, imagery, figurative language, sound devices, tone, theme, and how to answer exam questions. For this lesson, we will use two prescribed African poems, Black Woman by Leopold Sedar Senghor and The Panic of Growing Older by Lenry Peters. Take your notes. Let us go. First, let me give you background on Leopold Sedar Senghor. Senghor was a Senegalese poet, philosopher, and politician. He was the first president of Senegal. He was one of the founders of the Negritude movement. Negritude celebrated African culture and identity. Senghor's poetry is lyrical, sensual, and passionate. He wrote about the beauty of Africa, the pain of colonialism, and the pride of being African. His poem Black Woman is one of his most famous works. It celebrates the beauty of an African woman, and through her, the beauty of Africa itself. Now let me analyze Black Woman by Leopold Sedar Senghor. Here is the poem in summary. The speaker addresses a black woman. He praises her beauty. He compares her to various natural elements. He says, "Naked woman, black woman, clothed with your color which is life, with your form which is beauty." He praises her body. He says, "I grew up in your shadow. The gentleness of your hands was laid over my eyes." The woman represents Africa. She is mother, lover, and muse. The speaker declares his love for her. He says, "Black woman, I sing your beauty that passes, the form that I fix in the eternal, before jealous fate turns you to ashes to feed the roots of life." Now let me analyze the elements of Black Woman. The speaker is a man who loves the black woman. He could be Senghor himself. He speaks in the first person. He is passionate and admiring. The situation is a declaration of love. The speaker is praising the woman. He is also praising Africa. The poem is a love poem and a political poem at the same time. The structure of the poem is free verse. There is no regular rhyme scheme. The lines are uneven. This creates a natural, flowing rhythm. The poem has 3 stanzas of varying lengths. The first stanza describes the woman's physical beauty. The second stanza describes her nurturing qualities. The third stanza is a vow to preserve her beauty in art. Senghor uses powerful imagery. The woman is described as naked, black, clothed with your color which is life. Her color is not a lack. It is life itself. He compares her to natural elements. She is oil and savanna. She is ripe fruit and sorghum. She is dove and antelope. These images connect the woman to the African landscape. She is not separate from nature. She is nature. The imagery is sensual. The reader can feel, see, and taste. Senghor uses figurative language. The poem is an extended metaphor. The black woman is a metaphor for Africa. Her beauty is Africa's beauty. Her suffering is Africa's suffering. Her future is Africa's future. The speaker personifies Africa as a woman. This makes Africa feel intimate and beloved. The speaker uses apostrophe. He addresses the woman directly. Naked woman, black woman. This creates intimacy. The speaker is speaking to her, not just about her. He also uses hyperbole. He says he will fix her form in the eternal. He will make her immortal through his art. This is an exaggeration, but it expresses his deep love. The tone of the poem is passionate, loving, and reverent. The speaker worships the woman. He sees her as sacred. The tone is also sad. He knows that she will die. Jealous fate will turn her to ashes. But he will preserve her in his poetry. The tone shifts from joy to sadness and back to hope. The theme of the poem is the beauty and dignity of African identity. The black woman is beautiful. Africa is beautiful. The speaker rejects colonial views that saw Africa as primitive and ugly. He celebrates Africa. He declares his love and loyalty. The poem is a key text of the Negritude movement. Now let me give you background on Lenry Peters. Lenry Peters was a Gambian poet, surgeon, and novelist. He was one of the most important West African poets of the 20th century. His poetry often explores themes of time, aging, loss, and mortality. His poem, The Panic of Growing Older, reflects on the anxiety that comes with getting older. The speaker is a young person who suddenly realizes that he will not be young forever. Now let me analyze The Panic of Growing Older by Lenry Peters. Here is the poem in summary. The speaker reflects on the passage of time. He says, "The panic of growing older spreads from the heart to the face. The body changes. The skin wrinkles. The hair turns grey. The speaker feels a sense of urgency. There is so much to do, and so little time. He thinks about the dreams he had when he was young. He has not accomplished them. He is running out of time." The poem ends with a sense of resignation. The speaker accepts that time is passing. He cannot stop it. He must learn to live with the panic. Now let me analyze the elements of the panic of growing older. The speaker is a person who is becoming aware of his own mortality. He is likely young or middle-aged. He speaks in the first person. He is honest and vulnerable. The situation is a moment of reflection. The speaker is thinking about his life. He is realizing that he is not as young as he used to be. The future is shorter than it used to be. The structure of the poem is free verse. There is no regular rhyme. The lines are short and sharp. This creates a sense of urgency. The shortness of the lines mimics the shortness of time. The poem has several stanzas of varying lengths. The rhythm is irregular. It mimics the speaker's anxious thoughts. Peters uses powerful imagery. The panic spreads from the heart to the face. The heart is the seat of emotion. The face shows the emotion. The panic becomes visible. The images of aging are physical: wrinkles, grey hair, and tired eyes. The body betrays the passage of time. The speaker also uses images of time itself. The clock is ticking. The days are passing. There is no stopping it. Peters uses figurative language. The panic is personified. It spreads from the heart to the face. It is like a disease. It infects him. The metaphor of the panic is central. It is not just a feeling. It is a force that takes over. The speaker also uses rhetorical questions. He asks himself what he has done with his life. He does not answer. The questions express his anxiety. The tone of the poem is anxious, reflective, and eventually resigned. The speaker is worried. He feels pressure. He has not accomplished his goals. He is running out of time. But by the end, he begins to accept. He cannot stop time. He can only live with it. The theme of the poem is the anxiety of aging. Everyone grows older. Everyone has limited time. The poem asks what we do with that time. It does not give an easy answer. It simply expresses the feeling. Now let me compare the two African poems. Black Woman and The Panic of Growing Older are both about the human condition, but they are very different. Black Woman is about identity and celebration. The Panic of Growing Older is about mortality and anxiety. Black Woman uses rich, sensual imagery. The Panic of Growing Older uses stark, sharp imagery. Black Woman celebrates the black woman and Africa. The Panic of Growing Older mourns the passage of time. Black Woman has a passionate, loving tone. The Panic of Growing Older has an anxious, reflective tone. Both poems are important examples of African poetry. They show the range of themes and styles in African literature. A common exam question asks you to analyze the use of imagery in Black Woman. Here is a sample answer. In Black Woman, Senghor uses rich, sensual imagery to celebrate the beauty of the black woman in Africa. He compares the woman to natural elements. She is oil and savanna. She is ripe fruit and sorghum. She is dove and antelope. These images connect the woman to the African landscape. She is not separate from nature. She is nature. The imagery is also sensual. The reader can feel, see, and taste. The imagery celebrates African identity. It rejects colonial views that saw Africa as primitive. Senghor's imagery is powerful and effective. Another exam question asks you to discuss the theme of the panic of growing older. Here is your answer. The theme of the panic of growing older is the anxiety of aging. The speaker realizes that he is not as young as he used to be. The panic spreads from his heart to his face. He feels a sense of urgency. There is so much to do, and so little time. He has not accomplished his goals. He is running out of time. The poem does not offer a solution. It simply expresses the feeling. The theme is universal. Everyone grows older. Everyone faces the passage of time. Peters captures the anxiety of this experience. Another exam question asks you to compare the tones of the two poems. Here is your answer. The tone of Black Woman is passionate, loving, and reverent. The speaker worships the black woman. He celebrates her beauty. He declares his love. The tone of The Panic of Growing Older is anxious, reflective, and resigned. The speaker is worried about growing older. He feels pressure. He has not accomplished his goals. By the end, he begins to accept. The tones are very different. One is celebratory. The other is anxious. Both are effective for their subjects. Senghor's tone expresses love for Africa. Peters's tone expresses the universal fear of aging. Here is what you need to take away. Black Woman by Leopold Sédar Senghor celebrates the beauty of the black woman and Africa. The speaker addresses the woman directly. He uses rich, sensual imagery and extended metaphor. The poem is a key text of the negritude movement. The theme is the beauty and dignity of African identity. The Panic of Growing Older by Lenry Peters reflects on the anxiety of aging. The speaker realizes that he is not young anymore. He has not accomplished his goals. He is running out of time. The tone is anxious and reflective. The theme is universal. Both poems are important for your literature exams. Practice these concepts. When you have them down, move to topic 4,